if I find what we do to all programs, people ask, do we record this? Yes, we do. What happens here is that if our team researched the whole program after the end. If there's no comments that was said against policy, we actually post it back up there on Facebook, Top Team Hawaii. That's where you can get it. If anybody puts a comment on the comment side that's against policy, or someone starts saying stuff that we shouldn't have said, then again, I don't have the technology to take it off right now. So we do have the program, but until I can figure out how to take it off, we won't post it. So that sounds the first thing. So are you ready?
I am absolutely.
You guys ready?
Everybody here ready?
All right.
All right, everyone. All right, so you guys. So we're gonna get started.
Hello, everybody. My name is Daryl, and this is my brother Derek, and this is the Feliciano's Talk Show out of Honolulu, Hawaii. And so what we do is in a program like this, that hey, we let everybody know this is an open program. So what you do is you go back home who you came with. So somebody invited you here, you go right back to who you started with. And that's our policy in all our events and everything that we do. Whoever invited you, go back home with them. If you have any question, you can't find the person who invited you. Let us know. We'll track them down. We'll figure out how to get them, and we'll help you get to your friend who invited you here, or your family. So with that, we always start our program one way and one way only. And so with that, we'll start off with my brother, incredible brother, Derek Feliciano.
Aloha, everyone. All right, today, normally what I do is normally for all my events, 98% of my events, I do one thing, almost exactly the same thing every time, and I do a toast. So I'll kindly ask you guys to join me on a toast. If you guys kind of get your waters or drinks or whatever you guys have, and I'll give you guys a few seconds, whoever has it. We'll do a toast. Aloha to water. Now, I do that for two most important reasons. The first particular reason is that I believe, and I truly believe, that water is that important. If we're going to toast to anything, we should toast to water. So water sustains life. You can't even turn a page without water. So I want everyone to know how important water is, so I always do that. But the second most important reason why I do this is I truly believe that throughout this program, that you guys be drinking water. I've got two of these things right here, and my goal is to finish them off before this program's over. I hope that you guys do the same. I hope you guys go out there and continuously drink water through this program. If you're going to get knowledge through this program, I also hope your body gets fed to this knowledge, to this water as well. So keep drinking water through the program. Enjoy this program. I hope you guys like our new guests. So here we go.
I got the privilege to introduce you guys this incredible couple. This even shows how we, me and my big brother, who actually back in the back here, me and Jen, and there's a couple other people back here working out here. And so definitely, we got to spend some quality time in Kelowna, and we got to meet this incredible couple. This couple, you talk about the power pack of love, and just the power pack of love of the Lord. I just feel that when we was with them a couple years ago now, right? It wasn't about a couple years ago we got to spend some time with them in Kelowna, and it was just a blessing of us having a long trip and then running into George and Dianne, and this is an incredible couple that actually hosted us up there, and you know, so much stuff that we did with them, but one thing for sure, there was a couple of things that we definitely put on was that George actually had this incredible giant horn. It's like amazing. Like, you know, we come out there and he blows this horn. It was like totally uplifting. It was totally incredible. I don't know if you remember this, but for sure, we never saw one, especially from Hawaii. And that was something that was power packing. But I did tell Dianne one smaller thing. If you come out to Waikiki Super Saturday in Honolulu, Hawaii, that we host every year, even this year, I thought if you come out here, we'll definitely go out there and take you to some places where you can actually swim with the fishes. And like not just a fish, not small fish, but just a whole bunch of fish. And definitely I enjoyed their time in Hawaii, because when they flew up to Hawaii and they came out here, we spent some quality time with them at a beach where there was hundreds of fishes. So if you guys actually come here, we'll definitely want to host you guys out there to show you guys where that is. And it was like an incredible evening with them. And this power packing couple that puts into our lives, to our hearts, definitely people look at all the time. I'm going to bring up George and Dianne Diamond.
Hello.
Hello.
I have to take off mute, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Great invitation.
Hello.
All right.
Guys, you guys are so awesome, and this. So back in actually another one that we actually got to hang out with George. We got to hang out on the top of a mountain in Seattle actually, and that was a pretty awesome journey. I'm not too sure if it was 13-mile hike or something like that, or some crazy hike or something up on top of a mountain.
Oyster Dome.
Oyster Dome or something. I'm not too sure the mileage, but I know that George walked from the bottom all the way to the top, and that's just so amazing just to see the inspiration and
What a machine that was.
yeah, totally. George, do you remember hiking that hike?
Well, I'm an old Swiss goat, you know.
Nice. Well, before we get into those fun questions, I do want to say that I got the chance to spend some time in Kelowna, and Dianne took me around the hotel, which was pretty amazing. You guys live in an amazing place. I truly am blessed to actually have that experience of Big White, and just and you took me to the whole town, and we walked around. That's an incredible little town you live in. My goal is not to go there in the winter. This time to go in the summer and maybe try out some other fun stuff you guys have there. I also remember you guys coming to Hana, and thank you for driving out to Hana.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
that was a drive.
That was a drive. I'm sure that was like, but you guys got to go to some place where most people don't get a chance to go, and it's called Red Beach. And you guys made it out there, and what an amazing place that was as well. And again, for me and my teams and the opportunities for what my memory can always hold. The time that we spent with you guys is truly amazing. So we're blessed to have you on this journey, and I know that water is touched every life, and I'm glad that our water's touched.
You know, before and you continue on, just to let you guys know, just to let Dianne and George know, and that's actually where I lived for a long time. That's my home is back there. I didn't go with you guys. I didn't have a chance. I had a lot of other leaders here, and we had to host in Honolulu. So when you guys left, we had to host the other leaders. But for sure, when you guys went, actually all the way down to like Red Beach like that, we have a home down there. It's in Honolulu. So yeah, my family, my kids are part of them live up there still to this day. And so yeah, you guys gotta see something we do every day of a drive. Was that amazing?
Yeah, that was, yeah, when we heard the story, Daryl, that you used to drive from Hana all the way back.
Twice a day.
Twice a day. That.
Right,
You know.
every day.
Yeah. Anyway, we got to see the white beach, the black beach, and the red beach.
And you,
Yes.
you two are awesome hosts. I just want you to know that you were showing us all sorts of beautiful sights the first year and the second year. So that's pretty special.
Especially your homestead. I really enjoyed that.
The
Derek.
first year.
Yeah.
The homestead.
Yes.
Yes.
So with that, I mean, I know we joined that thing up because you guys been here. How did you actually enjoy, and was it worth coming to Waikiki Super Saturday? Because this year it'll be November 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. What did you guys take, and what did you guys take home with that at least?
Can you fly by that time?
Oh, you know what? They're open. I was just going to record this and put it up there. They're opening up Hawaii August 1st.
Yes.
So that sounds like a plan for me. That's still several months to make this thing work, and our numbers are not moving up. Our numbers are dramatically huge or anything. So they just announced it the other day that they're going to open up August 1st.
You know, the stories in your mind, the stories in your life. Our stories in our mind is that we will have Super Saturday this year.
Exactly, and the leaders are saying they're here for sure. Tamia and Tony said they'll be out here. Shannon, Jody, Shakin said they'll be out here.
CL Top
said Darren
today.
Hey, Roger and Sabina said we have a bunch of new 6As. We just broke a bunch of new 6As and possible some new 682. I mean, not possible 682s,
Nice.
and possible a 682-3. is coming on the journey of Hawaii. So it'll be awesome to have a gas street out of Hawaii. So we're excited for that. The new ones.
We didn't answer the question.
You didn't answer the question. Exactly. You didn't answer the question. How was Mahiki? Was it worth the journey? And is it?
It definitely was. It's different from any other event, as it feels more like a family, like coming home, and it's very much a close family event, even though it's a big event, and the lessons are unreal, and they're mainly about self-improvement and building your insight and building from the inside out, and just I got a tremendous amount of nuggets to take home.
Nice.
Both of those trips.
Well, before, we should start with our questions. And, before we get started, why don't you guys tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of how you guys got started in this amazing business that we're all in?
How did I get started? I didn't want to get started. I had, and there's a lesson in that. I had this gal, Beatrice, she was just bugging me. We made friends. We got to know each other from another event, and she was our customer in our repair shop, and she just kept twisting my arm all the time. And it was we basically looked at each other and says, well, let's just go look at what's going on, and just to shut her up. And when I seen what was going on, I couldn't deny it, because I thought water was just water, because I have a degree in agriculture and played with water all my life, in construction and you name it. So I wasn't going to believe that there's any fancy difference. 2 questions asked. Did you learn something with the water? Yes. Are you going to drink the water? Okay. So I started drinking the water, and that's where the real story comes in, because for me, my whole life changed. I was a sick man when I was in my 55, 60, and now I'm 45 and I'm healthy.
Right on. Exactly. I was about to say, you're 45, aren't you? That's
Yeah.
good. I like that. And?
So then, before you know, my son bought a machine, and then my other brother bought one, and my other brother bought one. And I didn't realize I was in business, and on it went.
There you go. The water is just amazing. Awesome.
Yeah, it speaks for itself.
Absolutely. And Dianne?
What?
How did you get started? How did you get started?
Oh, well, I was giving him a bad time because because of the money, the costs. So, but I was really happy that he was drinking water, because when I first started working with him, he was not drinking water. Two little glasses in the whole day, and he was complaining a lot about his arthritis. He was sore on he was quite a bit sore a lot. So I says, I don't know. Well, maybe once you try the water. So, but what I was hoping to do, with the reason I wanted to get into this, is to help. The first reason was to help my uncle, but unfortunately it was too late for my uncle because his cancer was progressed too far. So, but anyways, we kept him alive 6 more months.
6 months, and he ended up, his hair went black before he passed away.
Yeah, it was salt and pepper. He was white hair, and then it was salt and pepper before he died. And he didn't have to go in the hospital anymore. So the last 6 months of his life, he was able to stay home because he was hydrating properly. So,
awesome. Well,
that was good.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I got to see some of you guys' struggle in the first couple of years, and you guys definitely are a power couple. I've got to go to that. You guys demos, and I got to watch how you guys work, interact with each other. If there's any couple that's out there that is trying to build a business, follow these 2 couples. This couple right here is definitely their struggles. You just see them become stronger and stronger through the process.
Thank you.
On that note, because water is water. So let me ask you a question. Have you guys seen the video or the movie Water, the Great Mystery?
No, I don't think so.
So I will try to get that to you guys, but watch that. It definitely takes definitely where water becomes a powerful equation. For those of you guys who are watching on, it's called Water, the Great Mystery. And you get it.
Where is that on YouTube?
Yeah, you can go on YouTube. Water, the Great Mystery, and then ENG for English, because it's a documentary from around different countries. So you want it in English. Okay. Right on. All right. So let's get into the next question. Here's a good one. You guys can pick and choose who wants to get the question, but how do you define success in this industry, or better yet, in this business?
Well, that's a good question, and you see, success might mean totally different things for different people.
It's for you, but
okay, for me,
yeah,
it means that I have a chance to retire. I do better now than I did with my repair shop, and I do less struggle and less I'm not in the harness all day long, if you know what I mean. It's not a 9-to-5 punch your clock kind of job, and I enjoy that because I do want to feel retired, and I do want to feel like I have freedom to do what we're going to do. Like we're going to go camping next week for a couple of days and just take off. We had our camper out 3 times already, and in fact, I sold the machine while I was out camping.
That's awesome.
So,
People's lives.
right. So to me, that's success.
So when someone sells a machine, we call it helping a family. So you help a family while you're out camping. That's pretty good. I like that.
That's right.
Awesome. Keep helping families. That's what we got to do. Keep helping families. Water is so important, and most people don't know it. I mean, wait, they do know it, but they got to be reminded.
Hey, you guys, if you guys watch, if you guys jump on Top Team Hawaii at the end of the month, beginning of sometime in the middle of next month, we're going to host my brother talking about the science of water. And if you haven't seen him do this, it's amazing, a lot of knowledge. It takes a lot of the questions away. If you're doing demos and teaching people or helping people, this takes a lot of the pH questions away. It takes away the ORP meter away, and it takes actually the hydration away completely. It just generally it's about water and what water really is, and that's an amazing thing. So if you're not on Top Team Hawaii or friend Top Team Hawaii Facebook, you're on Facebook Top Team Hawaii, right? Yeah, Facebook Top Team Hawaii. Sometime in the middle of next month, we will host their. He's been accurately increasing the helping families all around the world based on just teaching what water is. So that might be something that you guys might want to be interested in.
I'll give you a little clue. The program's about.
Hear him better than you.
The little clue is this. Water has been coming to us for 21 centuries. Water has been coming to all of us for 21 centuries. The answers is from in the first 18 centuries, not the last 2.
That's right.
Right.
Exactly.
And in the last few years, they're doing a tremendous amount of studies to the point where now they're talking about a 4th phase of water. You know, you got ice, and you got water, and you got steam. But now they're talking about a 4th phase, easy water. So you got ice, EZ water, and then steam. And the water that we have in our cells is an EZ water, is an easy water.
So what I've done was I stayed away from new technology. Right. I just went, just to let everyone remember, our ancestors, our great-grandpa, our great-great-grandpa all drank water.
Yeah.
All drank water. The technology that we have today might be the loose ends. We have to go backwards. And I don't want to spoil the whole program, but I will say this. I truly believe that when our great-grandpa or our great-grandma did something, they did it with more knowledge and more strength than we do today.
Right.
And it's because of the water.
And plus the water was healthier and better back then as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so let's get back to the questions. And are you guys still drinking the water?
What?
You guys still drinking water?
Yeah.
Trying.
Good job. Right on. All right. Let's see. So so we help thousands of families in this amazing world that we live in. But you two have a lot going on as well. So we want to know how and what do you do? How do you help a new person in this industry?
Right, at this stage, like today, like you know.
Well, I don't push people into anything. It depends what they want to do. And then when they do want to do something, depends how strong they want to get into it. Because there's some people want to go all out. Great. Some people want to just do a little here, a little there. So that's a different way. And some people just dabble in it. So first to find people. Pardon me?
Someone wants to go all out.
What do you do?
What do you do?
Well, if you want to go all out, the most important thing is structure of the business, and you know, first how they help them present and help them put on the events and so on, and then the structure of the business is huge important to have the proper advance and develop. And one of our biggest leaders, see how Top taught us that, and he said if he had known the proper structure, he'd have been in 2 years where he was in 7 years. And
Yes.
It's true, and that's very important. In fact, there's many different ways of building it, and there's some real aggressive ways that really help the people and help the business builder.
So what if someone who's just got started and is young? Do you have any young people in your group? Young.
Yeah, we've got
Under
a couple
45.
Got a couple of young people. It's hard for young people because they all been told to go to school and get a job. Go to school, get good grades, so they get a job. So they all want to go to get a job and work hard. And what I find one of the biggest things is, and even myself, took me a while to realize, I got to the point where I can run my conventional business very well, you know, brick and mortar. I open the door in the morning, I crank up the computer, turn on the lights, I had a routine, things were happening. With this business, it's a little bit different because there's no brick and mortar and there's no place to go turn the lights on, and so the discipline falls off, and that I find is one of the hardest things to teach and stay with and keep going. And
Discipline, yes.
the discipline, the self-discipline.
Yep.
So, and some of the younger people, it's hard to teach that. And then some of the older people, it's so ingrained that they feel if they're not swinging a hammer all day, that they're not doing any work. So they're not breaking a sweat. So it's really a lot of mindset of change, not changing people's minds so much as educating them and making them realize that, hey, there's another way of making a living and doing life.
And you guys seem to have done a good job. You guys are camping next week or in a couple of weeks and enjoying a little bit of your life. That's good.
Yeah, well, she books the sites and we go.
Look how happy they look. You know what? It's about happiness, isn't it? Exactly.
That's right.
All right. So let's see. You know, this is an interesting question. We'll let Dianne answer this one.
Oh,
Let's
dear.
see. So, well, this is a tough question too. And she didn't say. So, if you had to start over, what would you do? Would you do anything different? Or,
Oh, yeah. Start over from how far?
Just in the industry. That's all.
Oh, okay. If I knew then what I know now, whoa. And yeah, I would have got ourselves educated faster in the beginning and go down more often to Vancouver to more of the meetings. My big excuse was, oh, it's so far, and always worried about expenses. And the more you focus on not on spending, on being worried about spending money, the more you don't have it. So it took a while to learn to, okay, think about the positive outcome. So, I mean, it took us over 6-7 years to, and going to Hawaii and then going to Las Vegas and going to events. The events are important because you hear everybody's story. I really enjoyed hearing Amanda's story last year.
Amanda Janis.
Amanda
Yeah,
Janis.
amazing story.
She made me cry. I couldn't believe it that somebody could pick herself up out of where she was, which a lot of us are never fall that far. I mean, she really saved herself and her soul. And through all that changing and finding the Lord and finding her husband and friends, everybody flocks to her. She's almost like a Cynthia. The people just flock to her and she tells them what it is and they want it. So you learn from people like that, right?
That is a great nugget for everyone's listening in on the future of this. You said something really important, and I believe that you guys, a lot of the people that I do know, you definitely walk through what you just said. That's not just you're teaching something out of a book. You guys actually walk through that, and you could just see the results, and you got to see both directions of it. And yes, that is. I appreciate the fact that you said what you said because I saw some of that a couple years ago, and you guys are definitely have walked through this, the walk for sure in this story. Absolutely.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah, we're definitely been growing, and the older we get, the more we grow, and the faster we grow.
The younger you get, right?
Sorry, I got that wrong. Yeah.
The younger you get, absolutely.
No, actually, you know what? You got these things going so far, and I'll bring up what you just added.
She did tap on some of the. She did tap on going to the event.
Yeah, Dianne, was by chance, what was your highlight of the event? Of the Wahi Super Saturday? This year would be November 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Yeah, we're a little leery to book right now. I heard that last I heard, if you fly anywhere in the States, you got to quarantine for 14 days.
We just got the letter straight up from our governor that says that what you guys do is before you guys show up, you guys take a test, and as long as you don't have corona, you guys are welcome to jump on that plane on August 1st.
Because don't get me wrong, I'd love to be stuck in Hawaii an extra 14.
What a great place to be stuck.
So what happens now is in a piece of form you can actually fill out. It's going to be worldwide. It's not going to be like only Hawaii. And they're already talking about it. What you guys do is that you guys have to fill out a piece of paper and actually take a test to make sure that you guys don't have nothing. And then they'll allow you that back in Hawaii.
Probably don't have anything since you guys have.
Okay, well we can figure that out later.
Exactly.
Well,
but my question was to you was straight up was what did you enjoy about last year's event? What did you come out of it? Not only that you.
Well, I always like George. We feel so much like family when we go there. I enjoy the speakers. I enjoy the speakers for sure.
Very down to earth.
Very
type
down
of
to
speaker.
earth, yeah.
Nobody's talking over their head. Like they're all talking from their heart.
And Tamia talked too. Oh yeah, of course, Tamia. I had heard Tamia. Oh my goodness, 3 years ago before I went to Hawaii, when I heard she was going to be there again, I was super excited. Is she going to be there again this year?
Yes. Definitely,
really?
yeah, as long as they can let him on the plane, she'll be.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness.
So just,
And there's other good speakers too, but what I enjoyed the most, well, just feeling at home.
nice.
So my question to you guys is, was that boat ride, was that dinner?
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. Of course, that was awesome.
And stuff? Was
I
that
thought you were talking. I thought you were talking about the meeting.
Hey, that is
Boat-
part of the meeting. That's part of what we do that for, is that you guys can have 3-4 hours somewhere where the leaders can't leave, and you guys can pick their brains, so you can take something back home with you guys. That's what
Exactly.
having the boat cruises do, that you guys can hang out with them and actually learn. And
Yeah.
The boat ride was excellent, and so was the beach party as well. It's
And,
very
and
relaxing.
the entertainment on the
Oh,
boat.
yes.
The Hawaiian.
And so we
Yeah.
have some surprises coming up for that this
So I
year.
heard there might be lobster this year.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I heard. I heard that lobster and steak on that boat cruise, and if you do not eat steak or lobster, when you do purchase your ticket to come, you need to email that you're vegan or you don't eat fish, you eat meat. So at least we don't look for your meal on the boat, so it'll be prepared before the boat.
Absolutely.
So that's a hint to you guys, that I understand. The hint first is that I heard there's going to be lobster and steak is the main meal. And if you don't do that, if you don't eat any of those two things, let us know ahead of time so we can actually set that up to make that helps you guys out, help us out, and make you guys have an incredible event. And that's, again, it's a nice sunset boat cruise, guys. So, hey, that's part of the program. And so that's a staple for Hawaii for sure. So if you guys come out to Hawaii, definitely hanging out with the leaders on a boat that they can't leave. Think about that. They can't get off the boat, can't swim off the boat. So it's not a small boat, so it's a pretty good sized boat. So any great. So
And this year, we've got a couple surprises that's coming. There's a good chance that I might tell my story, which no one's heard. I've asked my mom to leave the room when I tell my story, so it's really interesting. We'll see how that works. So I'm gonna get down and tell you guys all the full story on this one if that happens. Let's see. We also got a person that's going to be about Ukon. We're not saying
that's a surprise.
Very surprised. We're gonna break the surprise out probably at the end of this summer.
For sure, but definitely one thing I know, the last time she was here, our sales of Ukon hit the scene.
Yes.
We just rocked the deal with Ukon. So if you guys have anything to do with Ukon, you guys want to learn more about it, this is the event to be. We do have, she's coming out of Canada. That's the hint. She's coming out of Canada, and she does teach Ukon, so to explain how and where and how that works for your body and everything. And so she definitely have a book out there too. So I'm not letting you guys know. If you know her name, don't say it. If you know the name, do not say it. It's a surprise for everybody. We're bringing her out just to help us out to learn about Ukon. That's another surprise. I understand. We do a lot of different stuff same time of the year. Definitely, if you're part of the military, that's gonna be something new this year that we're gonna. How would you say we're gonna actually represent that? And then definitely we have definitely something about Japan. I'm saying this right. We will have a traditional stuff coming out this year too, so that we can, because the Japan company definitely need a Japan representation. So we have that coming on board too. So we're gonna have some awesome surprises this year. It'll be worth the dime, definitely. And then again, we have some special classes going to happen this year. That way you guys can enjoy the beaches and take an hour here, an hour there, do some classes that we'll do some special one-on-one classes. One-on-one. Probably a smaller setting, and just have one or two speakers just to help you guys out to move to the next level. So that's just for all you guys out there. So it's gonna be.
But you guys are at an amazing level. So yeah, just help others. That's all it is.
Exactly.
Learning and helping. That's what we're gonna be doing.
So we do.
So I'm flying to Maui. And I'm gonna be spending about 2 weeks at the Ritz-Carlton on Maui. So if you guys know anybody on that island, I'm gonna be doing that. So I'm gonna venture off in about 2 weeks to do the first flight. And then when I'm successful with that, which I truly believe I will be, I will be quarantined. And then my next flight will be in August. And in August, I will be flying out to Washington. So we will test the grounds about this about this flight or
Mind our own business, right?
We'll definitely know if it's worth the dime or not, because I already
Okay.
booked my flights and my hotel, so we'll see how that all works out. So,
And that just is one thing that he's not there to help you guys too. Anybody out there, again, we do a program that ends at the program says that you go home with who you started off with. Definitely, that's what we're about, to help other teams. We help a lot of teams, and a lot of teams that we help to go 6A and above. And so we're excited for other teams to get there. And so definitely, that's our goal. That's our vision, to make this company grow and grow and grow. And so, and stay in the United States. So, so with that, definitely, Derek's going to be out there in September. Or
I'll be out there July and then August.
And
So I'll be in
so-
August I'll be August in Washington.
So you're part of Top Team Hawaii. Like again, Top Team Facebook, you'll be know where he's at. Most of his events are totally open to all the people, and they do definitely rock the house. I don't know if George and Dianne, do we rock the house for you guys in Kelowna?
No, we sold the house. We're now in a chicken coop. We're in an apartment.
No, did we rock the house?
Fill the house
Did
up.
we
Oh,
fill
we
the
rocked the house. Oh, yes.
Okay.
You're still hard to hear there. Sorry.
It's good. You're good.
Yeah, so we filled the house up for you guys. Definitely, we don't have, at that moment, we didn't have no one in Kelowna, so we just went out there to help you guys. So definitely, that is the goal, to help other teams out and grow.
You know, if they let us across the border, we might be doing that too. So we'll see how that goes. All right. So let's get back to the questions. Let's get right back to the next fun question. And this is going to be an interesting one. Do you guys do more health or more business, or are you 50-50?
Well, doing or originally?
Right now.
Right now.
Right now. What do you
Right
guys
now?
do more?
Right now.
Probably health more, and then it's just when you have a product like this, you just cannot help but share. It's so amazing that people need to know and hear and feel this water. It's just yeah. So I'm compelled to follow the health stream first.
Did you just say feel the water?
Pardon me?
Did you say feel the water? I believe that's a great analogy. You
Yeah.
share
Yeah,
the water, but you have to feel this water, don't you?
Yeah, right. You have to test drive it. You have to feel it. You have to know what it's all about.
Yes, exactly. I love that analogy. I love the way you just said that. I'm gonna have to use that in my program. It's really, if you can truly feel the water, you know it's really working.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let me ask you an interesting question. And you know, I know you're 45, and you guys are a really young couple, and you guys are just knocking it out of the ballpark in that arena. But the question I got for you is, are you doing anything with social media or any of that whole realm, internet, social media, TikToks, or are you doing anything with that? And what's your take on that?
Well, it was interesting when I first started. A lot of people were still playing CDs and they wanted booklets and stuff. And very slowly, it changed into YouTube connections and Facebook and online. And right now with this, what's going on, I do a lot of Zoom and explain things that way. So yeah, technology is just moving along, and you have to. And this is the other thing. I mean, no matter what you're doing these days, you have to either get along with technology or get left behind.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys definitely look pretty polished together, working this out. You know, you guys look like you guys been doing this a little bit. So could it be because of the coronavirus, maybe?
I had a hard time hearing that question.
You guys are pretty polished, what you guys are doing right now. You guys look real good. You guys very, very team oriented right there in the screen right now.
It's the lighting in the room.
It's the big smiles you guys have. That's
We got the right lighting.
You gotta see you gotta see the lighting here. We're actually dying of heat, just to let you know that. If you don't know this.
Can I suggest maybe your volume is up a little too high? Something it's getting worse.
Where's my music? Where's my buttons? Yeah, some of those. You're controlling it, hang on.
If you got a speaker out there, that's probably what's doing it. It's just a lot of mumbling. Anyway, the
Gotcha.
yeah,
Oh,
You can hear me now? Can you hear
a little
me
bit better.
now? A little better, they said? I wish I could hear better. We need to do that. All right. So how about now? Is that better? So,
It's a touch better, I think. Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Before I ask the next question, if anyone on Zoom that wants to ask a question, put it in the comments so we can ask the question. And those of you guys who are standing out here and sitting down out here, if you guys have any questions, get ready for asking questions. All right.
All right, so you guys got, all right.
So okay, what he was saying is it's up to you guys to ask some questions now. Is that what you were saying?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're okay.
All right. So unmute yourself and shoot. See who can stump me.
Yes.
you're supposed
Yes.
to.
I'm supposed to ask that question.
I think so.
No.
All right, Derek, did you say to George he asks you questions?
Oh, you can do that too if you want.
You're welcome to ask a question if you want to.
Yeah, we're welcome to ask questions if you want to ask us questions. We can do that. At the moment, there'll be people asking questions, and there's a couple questions on here. They're working on the question. But you're welcome to it if you want to ask. If you have a question for us, we definitely answer it. You got a question you got going on.
The pressure wasn't on me, but okay.
Okay,
Hey, ask them anything you want.
I have a question.
Yo, we're in.
Have you been doing any demos at your house, or do you do it on Zoom?
Oh, where?
I,
Wait, hold on, wait. Was that for him and me, or just him? Just Derek by himself, or Derek and Derek asking? Who you
Well,
asking?
Derek, do you live there now?
Yes.
He's in Hawaii. That's in his garage.
Okay, so you're living, because you were in Washington, I get confused.
Right.
Okay, so in your garage in
Hawaii.
Hawaii, have you been actually opening your home up to people for coming in for demonstrations?
yes, I do about 2 live demos here in my garage.
Do you have a limit?
Oh, wait, no.
Do you have a limit of people? No.
You know what? Social media, at one time, social distancing was 10 people. I think they lift that thing up. And it depends on who you're living with, who's in the household. Just to be fairly right, 10 is being, logistically
Yeah.
right.
Well,
So you have like 10 pots. Like if 3 or 4 people are from the same family, that would be considered a pot, and then you have the other people that could sit
Oh, you
together.
did that? Okay, who did that?
I have signs.
well, like one couple can sit together, and another can, and then as long as there's 6 feet in between them, right?
Well, no, what I do is I actually have signs behind the curtain, and when I have more than 20, 25 people here, I tell everybody if a cop shows up or if someone shows up and they want to know what's going on, I tell them to grab a sign and start protesting.
What did he say?
If my brother's playing around with you guys, he said there's a bunch of signs behind us. If a cop show up,
He's
we
not-
just grab
he's hidden
signs
away in
and
the
say
closet
we're
or something. I'll get a sign. They're protesting.
Oh, the protesters.
We're
Okay.
playing here, we're having a blast. I just feel, so
I have great neighbors, and I have an amazing set of neighbors around, and
Well, that's good.
the police
We have to
department,
be careful.
my friend. Yes.
Well, because we have to be careful. Now it's a little bit more relaxed, but a month ago, there was a lot of finks around, people telltaling on everybody.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I say this. I truly believe the stories of your mind, the stories of your life. So I just believe and trust in the Lord, and I truly believe that if you think it, will happen. So I just don't think about it.
Okay. There
Well,
you go.
for me and Janice,
I agree with you.
for me and Janice, we have a lot of teams on the island, a lot of teams. So we've been packed, racked, and stacked every day, all week, all the time. We're more busy ever through this Corona than ever. In fact, our numbers are off the charts all over the place right now. Yeah, in the last several days, we probably moved about eight to sorry guys, 8 to 10 machines in 2 days.
Nice.
In all different legs, not just one leg, but multiple legs all around our business. We've been moving from, in fact, if you ever ask the question, did it affect us? No, Corona is same, and we just keep growing. So,
Well, on that note, the question came in asking, so how many families you guys help in your whole organization, roughly, don't get exact, monthly?
How many families do we help monthly?
Between 3 and 5. We're just slowly chugging along.
Well, we've been a little bit slow in the last month or two. But
3 is good. I mean, you're helping families. That's a
yeah, it's a family at a time. So it's not,
yeah.
Someone asked me, how do you eat an elephant?
one bite at a time.
That's right. That is right. One bite at a time. So that's the way you work this program right here. This is an incredible adventure right here. And so we do one bite at a time, and we just have a bunch of more bites around the world and around Hawaii. And so we just help them out as best as we can.
Okay.
Nice.
Louder. We try to talk louder here.
Change the mic.
Change the mic. That's how we do it.
Okay.
Right on. We'll have our own mic next week. So we just thought this mic will help us just talk to each other. So, so with that, I have a awesome question. You said that you guys are. I have a question on you guys. George, you're doing something right now that you guys cleaning properties. You guys cleaning properties with some kind of solution. What do you guys clean? How you guys sanitizing you guys the building?
Oh, that's Rodney has bought a commercial machine, and he's making commercial 2.5. Same as our machine makes 2.5, which has a medical DIN number on that machine, so he's able to sell that commercially.
And so my question to you is that for the fact that you know that it can hold the property for a longer period of time,
Yeah.
the question I have is that is it stronger than R 2.5 because you
No.
know you're dealing with it?
No, you're losing some quality for longevity. So our the 2.5 is a lot stronger and a lot faster acting.
So you're saying the 2.5 automatic machine is a lot stronger and fast acting.
Right. Yeah.
And you guys are using the 2.5 to kill the no, I'm not saying anything, kill any bacteria or whatever in the buildings or in the buses or whatever you're cleaning, and that's enough to make it safe enough for the environment for us to walk in there so we don't
well, you're a contractor and you can relate to this. So the commercial fogging machines are hard to come by right now, and they're backlocked, and the government takes first hold of them. So I just went to the home hardware store and got myself a paint sprayer with air sprayer. We
Yeah.
put the solution in there, so we're fogging the buildings with that.
Wow. And that's
That's a really
safe
good
enough.
job.
And
Oh, yeah.
that's safe enough for people to walk in. So you're saying the 2.5 that we actually have is stronger than that, because what we're doing is every place we go, we actually have 2.5.
Mhm.
And so we go in the houses with 2.5, we come out of the house with 2.5, we spray ourselves down. We do
Yeah.
not, that's what we're doing, and we're hoping and praying that the 2.5 is that strong. And you're telling me you're doing it for commercial, and our 2.5 is not strong enough.
Yes, only it lasts. It's got a shorter shelf life. That's the only
Right,
reason.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't need a long enough stuff like because I have the machine. The machine
That's right.
actually spits it out, so I can just spray myself and it'll kill everything on my hand. So I don't.
Exactly. So right now, it's an amazing stuff to use.
That is totally awesome. That's totally incredible to know that.
Yeah.
And so ain't that great to understand that? And then I hope you guys see that. I hope that you guys know what you guys got. I know we teach it at different levels. I know that for a fact that I do that demo with the chicken, and you put them on a chicken door, you put it on the chicken, and you take a bacteria swab and you swab
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
break it, turns purple, and then you take 2.5, and I just shoot the board, literally just shoot the board, and then I don't even wipe it, I just shoot the board, and I take the swab again, and I swab it, and it turns green.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy how that works, and so it kills the
No,
bacteria.
it's amazing. And so the health board approved that, and it's just, yeah, it's hypochlorous acid is one of the strongest selective virus or bug killer that anything that's harmful to man, because we produce that same hypochlorous acid inside our bloodstream, right?
There you go, exactly. That
And
is
the more you spray it, the more you breathe it, the better it is.
You know, it helps me out. I do pretty good with that thing right nowadays. And so because we go into a lot of homes, we want to be safe, not just for them, but for us, because we have families and we have parents that's a little on the older side, so we definitely don't want them to catch anything. So we definitely protect ourselves every place we go, and it's like PPEs. We definitely put our stuff.
PPP, yeah.
Yeah, whatever we use, we put them in a bag, and then we actually put it aside. Believe it or not, we protect ourselves all day long because of our family and our parents. So we want to make sure that they are always okay. And so that is awesome to know that we have an awesome product. We have any more questions out there?
All right.
Great.
All right.
Before we wrap up, do you have any more questions?
And
Does anybody out there have a question?
They're looking at me like they don't want to say anything.
How about on screen here?
they're looking on screen right now. They're looking on a computer and see. Anybody have any questions?
Raise your hand if you want me to stick you off of
Yeah, if you want to talk,
you can kick your
hands up and
we'll
we'll
mute you. All right.
Someone wants to know what mistakes you wish you could have avoided.
What mistakes?
What are some of the mistakes you could avoid? You could avoid it.
Can I answer that?
Absolutely.
When we first started and we sold quite a few machines, we did not know how to follow up properly. Like, it's very important to make sure that the people who have bought machines understand how to use them. Because if you don't follow up within a couple of weeks, I still had people that we had sold machines to 2 and 3 years later. My daughter-in-law did not understand that it's important to run the beauty water every morning for 2 minutes. We told her, but she forgot.
They get busy.
And also cleaning of the machine. There's so many different things, the maintenance of the machine, drinking the water properly, and how to approach people, how to share with people. because everyone's always afraid to sell. You know, we're not selling. We're promoting a healthier lifestyle. So, you know, the sooner people can understand that you're not trying to sell them anything, that you want to see them get healthier, number one. And number two, if they have a chance that they can at least pay off their machine, that's a bonus, right? They don't have to be 6 A's. They don't have to be 5 A's. If they want to sell 3 or 4 machines and pay most of their machine off, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yes,
And
yes.
they don't even and then the other thing, now we tell people you don't even have to do a demo. George is always very helpful, wants to help people maintain their machines, you know, like, and I'm always going, oh, you're all gone again. But, you know, make sure they understand that they owe it. If they are starting to get healthier and they feel better, they shouldn't be ashamed to tell people they've got a fantastic product.
That's right.
So that's the thing that we have to work on more, I think. We're learning, and that, you know, to how to help people to approach other people. That's what we have to do, right? Yeah, that's part of our job.
Awesome. That is great. All right. So we're gonna before we let you loose, we're gonna ask one more question and we'll let you come in and ask closing process. Okay. All right.
I have a question.
Oh wait, we got a question.
How do you market your business and which tactics have been most successful?
What?
How do you market your business and which tactics is the most successful?
I'm gonna let you answer that.
I have no problem talking to people and striking a conversation and telling them that the water they drink is no good. Not really. I just find a way or another way, or I just strike a conversation, and you know, there's always a way of putting a hook into things. Like in a restaurant, you get to ask a waiter for better water, and they go, "What do you mean better water?" And then you bring your own and say, "Can I fill mine?" Or whatever. This is just, and there's so many ways to open it up and to start the conversation gently, and then invite them to have a conversation later, because mostly they're busy at the moment, or you know, and then follow up.
And also, I think that young lady or whoever was asking the question, is there other streams of marketing we do? That's what she's asking. Not what, you know, like, I think there's a lot of people using the internet or Facebook. Whenever, I always try to put a little something on Facebook, or, you know, but no, we're still working on it. We're still working on that.
Nice. Well, that was a good. That was an easy match. I like that.
Exactly, totally.
So
I was going to say line up in the grocery store, but the lineups are so far apart now that it's hard to. You have to go, hey, over there. Oh, yeah.
Darn mass is in the way.
So with that, I think we're good. And you guys,
One more question.
Yes.
No, they're hard. You ready?
Let it go.
So we're gonna. This question is to both of you, and we don't. We would like both of you guys to give your own answers on this one. And we're gonna ask Dianne to go first on this one, and then George, you can come in second. So the question is, what would you like to tell people who will see this video now and future? What advice would you give them about this industry, or about maybe building, or even the health of this business? In your own words.
Okay, well, what advice?
Well, I know. I waited the toughest question last. I know.
what would I tell people? What I normally tell them, you know, do you want to live to about 60 or 70 and then get all sorts of diabetes? Like, do you want to have diseases, or would you rather, you know, like, nobody should have to be put into a wheelchair or have strokes or have diabetes if they take good care of themselves. So I just say, what do you want? I just ask the people, do you want to be healthy? And if they don't know how to answer that, then obviously they don't know. Anyway, that's it.
Very much is along the same line. I mean, we're biologically very easy to become 120, and everything we do all our life is to slowly pick away at our age. And more than that, like Dianne said, we end up in a wheelchair for the last 20, 30 years, and somebody feeding you babble with a spoon, and that's not God's plan. So it is very important that we learn how to take care of ourselves and actually do it. And, you know, we're supposed to be like the Energizer Bunny, go forever and then drop. We're not supposed to drop slowly like this. That's not the plan. We're supposed to go like this and then boom. Like Grandpa is not coming in for dinner. Where is he? Oh, he's out in the garden. Oh, go have a look. Bang, he's between the carrots. He was pulling some weeds. You know, that's how we're supposed to go when we're 120.
99.
I'm so glad that was the last question. That is amazing answer.
You know what?
I love that.
You know what? I have to ask a question.
Oh.
I gotta ask a question. You know, you guys are an awesome couple, and I just want, this might be a question that people might want to hear. A question is that between both of you guys, as you guys started the journey with this business, and as you up to today, were you guys like the social butterfly? Did you guys have tons of friends? Because both of you guys are 6'8" in this business, and 6'8" and above. So did you guys have tons of friends all around you, all us have, or did you guys were you guys like together and just you and just hanging out and then this business came into your life, or did you guys did you have thousands of friends, or what was it? Because you guys are both 6'8" and awesome 6'8" at that. So yeah. I gotta ask both of you guys a question. I'm really sure it's possible. Did you guys have tons of friends?
Do we have tons of friends? We have lots of acquaintances.
Lots of acquaintances, and now we have some real friends, and mainly are related to this business, and it's just amazing. I mean, Roger and Sabine and all these people have been great.
Before that.
Before that.
Yeah, I think I know what you guys did. Before you guys no imagic friends.
Okay. Well, first of all, when we had our shop, our automotive repair shop.
When you're a mechanic, everybody wants to be your friend.
Yes.
Anybody don't want a car.
Yes, and of course we belong to a couple of groups.
Yeah.
So that's how then we made some good friends on those groups. Well, for example, BNI, Business Networking International, we made good friends with Jean and John Watson. You know Jean Watson very well. So and then she knows a lot of people.
Yeah, it's definitely not just us. Our team has been very supportive and very good. And also supporting as well. And we're really got to give kudos to them, and they've been helping us.
Absolutely.
So were you in BNI before you got involved in the business or after?
Before.
And then I changed my seat. I was in there as a mechanic, and then I became the waterman.
Yeah. And now you're in a different group. Yeah. So yeah. So you know,
you used to help cars, and now you help the human body. Okay.
That's right. And it's very much the same. You got to change your oil. You got to change your water.
Yes, that's right there. So that's what the last question we have for you guys. We're going to end the program. I just totally don't want to. I just totally enjoy hanging and talking story with you guys. But let you guys know first of all, Waikiki Super Saturday November 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th is on, and it's still on today.
Okay.
Go to Top Team Hawaii. There will be in the next week or two. There will be a whole page. So if you guys have pictures, it's going to be on Facebook and some social medias. If you have pictures, you guys can post it on there. What you guys been to, where you guys been, and so that's definitely happening again. November 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th is on in Hawaii. It's an awesome place to be in November time, and it's going to be sunny, and it's going to be incredible every year's been, so it's the best place to be. Hey, it's going to be an awesome event to end.
What's next week, Thursday?
Next week, Thursday, we have another event just like this. It's Talk on Thursday, the Feliciano brothers. We do have a special speaker. I can't say his name right this moment. We need to make sure he's.
We know it's a guy.
You know, it's a guy, and it's between 11 and 5. So if you guys are interested in watching this guy come on, you have to watch Top Team Hawaii again. It'll be posted on there to let you guys know what time it'll be, and it'll be posted by Monday at least. So let you guys know if you guys are interested. And watching the people around the world, it's everybody like you guys. You guys are in Canada. You know, we had Indonesia on, we had Japan on, we had Toronto on. So hey, we're on there just talking to everybody out there, so you guys know what they're doing, so it can help you guys out. I'm hoping to help you guys out totally. This incredible couple, thank you. We love you guys from the bottom of our heart.
Okay, thank you. And thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody,
our
for
friends-
coming on.
Our friends for showing
you.
up. I don't know this young lady, Crystal, but
So,
I see a picture of her, but thank you.
Okay. All right. It's been
Bye-bye.
fun.
love
Thanks
you
a lot.
guys. Love you guys from our family.
Maha.
Aloha.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Thanks for coming on, everyone. Thanks
Okay.
again.
Bye-bye.
Look at your video. Perfect.